If you're a fan of Ginny and Georgia, you are probably thrilled to see Season 2 of the show after its premiere last month, which wouldn't be surprising. The show has been very popular, despite critics being a bit split on the show. Even its harshest critics admit to being charmed by the show, and have complimented the character work and intricate plotting of the show. If you feel a little overwhelmed by Season 2, you are not alone. It was a whirlwind. Keep watching to hear a comprehensive recap of Season 2 and to hear about what we think about the future of the show.
Orders a gingerbread latte. That sounds vile.
Yeah, it is. I had it this morning. Oh my God. Joe, what happened to your face?
What?
Okay, yeah.
In case you missed it, Ginny and Georgia has been compared to other mother-daughter classic shows like Gilmore Girls. Along with the classic feel the show manages to capture, it also has amazing actors and writing to back it up. If that sort of thing is your vibe and you haven't seen it, be sure to pause the video, go watch the show, and come back to hear our thoughts. We'll wait. From here on out, there will be spoilers for both seasons of the show, so please watch at your own risk if you haven't caught up with the series yet. First, let's go over what happened in the first season briefly.
How about this? I won't be mad you've been sneaking a boy through the window if you're not mad that I smoked with that boy. Come on. I want us to be okay.
Season 1 mostly explores the relationship between Ginny and Georgia, while leaving hints about Georgia's nefarious ways. In the pilot episode, we see that Georgia has killed her ex-husband. While we do not know yet why she's done this, it does seem pretty clear that Georgia, while a little flighty and irresponsible, loves her children and will always put them first. We also see Ginny navigating a new school, a love triangle, and a new friend group. We also see many incidents that involve Ginny's racial identity and call into question her relationship with Georgia. While Season 1 doesn't get too much into Georgia's sketchy past, we do see a lot of issues in Ginny's life, along with some of her new friends.
I'm doing good. I'm getting better.
Ginny, why'd you call? Do you feel like you want to self-harm?
Ginny is shown to be self-harming by burning her thighs with a lighter when she gets overwhelmed. One of the other girls in the friend group is going through body dysphoria and is shown using duct tape to compress her upper thighs underneath her clothes. And Max, Ginny's new best friend, is desperately trying to find herself and figure out her budding sexuality and crushes on girls at their school. Ginny is dealing with romantic feelings for two boys at her new school, her next-door neighbor Marcus, Max's twin brother, and Hunter. Marcus is the ubiquitous bad boy, and Hunter is the good guy who may come off a bit boring. Team Hunter, though, in case you were wondering. By the end of Season 1, Ginny has learned that her mother is a murderer, and she and her brother end up living with Ginny's father. Ginny has a really hard time accepting this painful truth about her mother, and she doesn't yet understand why Georgia had to do what she did. Ginny, once living with her dad, is forced to make a tough decision when her dad finds out about her self-harming habit.
Will you be my maid of honor?
Mom, yes, of course.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
Zion, her dad, tells her that he will tell Georgia about the problem, so Ginny ends up deciding to move back home to avoid her mother finding out. Meanwhile, Austin's estranged father, Gil, is released from prison, and he goes to visit Austin at school without Georgia knowing. Throughout a series of flashbacks, we find out that Gil was physically abusive to Georgia and committed several white-collar crimes at work when they were married, including embezzlement. Therefore, having Gil back in the picture is a lot more complicated than we initially realize. Austin doesn't understand why his father doesn't want Georgia to know that he's been released. Austin also finds himself becoming closer with Zach, a former bully, and the son of Georgia's rival in town, Cynthia. Georgia and Austin learn that Cynthia and Zach have been struggling with a very difficult home life, with the father of the family on life support. Georgia sees that Cynthia is essentially trapped in this marriage, and that Zach is struggling with the loss loss of his dad, so she decides to kill him. Yep, you heard that right. We know Georgia is capable of murder, but an innocent man? Austin actually sees his mother doing the deed. He accidentally walks in when she is smothering the man. He also sees his father being physical with Georgia later on, and the poor little boy ends up shooting Gil to defend his mother. Ginny sees all of this and is left to pick up the pieces. Not to mention, with all of that going on, and Ginny is still coming to terms with her mother's past, she misses some warning signs that her boyfriend may be struggling with severe mental illness. Marcus is drinking heavily, misses school, and admits to Max, his sister, that he isn't sure if he wants to be with Ginny anymore. The two of them break up, and honestly, I can't say that I'm all that upset about it.
Come on.
Never mind.
No.
Never
No.
mind.
Hey, come on.
I gotta go.
Jenny.
Just
Jenny,
let me,
stop.
Marcus.
Stop.
Anyway, Georgia is now dealing with Gil having been shot by her son, and the murder of Cynthia's husband, Tom. Her fiancé, Paul, the mayor of the town, is unaware of all of this. And Georgia decides that she doesn't want to be the cause of his downfall, considering her past, her actions, and his job in the public eye. It's Ginny who convinces her mother to be honest with Paul. While he is initially shocked, Paul pulls through for Georgia and marries her anyway, and helps her with the situation with Gil using his connections to the law. Unfortunately, the story does not remain this happy. While at their wedding, Georgia is then arrested for the murder of Tom, right in the middle of her first dance with her new husband. And this is the cliffhanger that season 2 ends on. What? With the reputation that this show has earned, we shouldn't be surprised that the show ended in such a bonkers way.
You didn't run this by me?
No, I didn't.
You like it?
It's very dry. Where's the mention that you're engaged?
It's not People magazine.
The picture is of City Hall.
That is where we work.
It should be of you. You're hot.
Nobody cares about.
However, we do hope that we are graced with a 3rd season. It would be cruel to leave us hanging on that ending. Have you caught up with the show? Did the cliffhanger surprise you? It sure got me. I was expecting something crazy, but this was pretty intense, especially watching Austin run after his mom, telling her that he didn't tell anyone. My heart broke for him in that scene. What do you think will happen with Ginny and her mother? Will Ginny be forced to raise her little brother? Will we see Ginny return to her tumultuous love life and her friend group? Do you think Georgia will slip her way out of trouble yet again? Maybe she should have run when she had the chance. Be sure to let us know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. We would love to hear what you thought of this season and of our video. If you haven't already, please leave us a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a new video. See you all in the next one.